Tanis, it's lovely to see you again after so long. I must just point out to the viewers that I started podcasting and you, Mr. Mayor, the Mayor of Wells, right through till May, was my very first podcast. And Tanis, one of the things we talked about was this amazing idea you had. Now, for the benefit of those who know nothing about your amazing idea, what was it you came up with?
Well, it all started with the red dress, who a lady called Kirsty had made a big red dress and she was taking it around the world. And she had worked on it for 14 years. She'd had 400 people work on it. I wanted to make a dress, and I have 3 wooden chairs in my parlour. One of them is Judge Jeffrey's chair, who was the hanging judge, and the next one next to it is Queen Anne, and she had 400 ladies making her wedding dress. So I thought, I want 400 ladies and gentlemen, it can be anybody, we've got lots of we've got men as well, to make some transform wedding dresses into ball gowns, so upcycling them, and they just look incredible. So it all started with a dress who the lady was 102, and I was looking after her, and I went to a charity shop and I bought 3 all completely different dresses, but one of them was very expensive and I loved it. So I just sat by her bed and I coloured it in until she got well. And then she decided that she loved it so much. When she got well, she started to colour it in, and then friends of mine coloured it in, and it all ended up with people all over the country colouring it in.
Well, I'm amazed you have room in your parlour, because I can see that many of the dresses are taking up space there.
Yeah,
now,
I have 70.
You've got 70
dresses in this parlour.
And you are looking for other people, not just in Wells or Somerset, or
all over the place. I've got dresses. I've got 2 dresses that have been made partly in Africa and then brought here. And we've got, it's made people join together in our community. So I reckon I've got nearly 1,000 people who have worked on this project. So there was a beautiful, I sat there thinking, well, what can I do? And the red poppies absolutely came out, and it was like the most important thing. And then so we got ladies crocheting red poppies, and we put them on a train, and then we covered a dress with red poppies, and then we've got 3 other poppy dresses that are red, and then we've got a purple poppy dress and a white poppy dress for peace and animals. I wore a dress to Glastonbury and was on TV because they found out that I'd worn this dress, and the dress that I wore was coloured in at Glastonbury. I could go around the room. These are not all, they've all got interesting stories. So
I'm sure they have. Now, listen, this is being done, I take it, for charity. You ultimately want to raise.
Yep. I would dearly like to raise £100,000 for, and I've said if I raise that sort of amount of money, I would sleep in Penniless Porch for a week, which is a covered porch in Wales, because I believe in mental health. I believe that people don't wake up in the morning and are holics of any sort. It's something that happens very slowly. My oldest son has schizophrenia. He didn't choose to have schizophrenia. It's something that just happened. So I'm doing Heads Up, which is a mental health charity, and Whiz Kids, which is mobility for children. And what we do is I've bought the dresses from charity shops, or people have donated them. And then I've asked people to, the spec was a train and a flower, and the rest is up to you. So we've gone from modern, we've gone to funky, we've got all different types of dresses. And what I've asked people to, I'm going to put it in front of my face, but if you look at this, so this is the sort of thing people are doing. They're making mood boards for me, and you can see some of the dresses there. So they start off with a very simple plain dress, and then, so you can see it there, a plain simple dress, which I've donated, and then this lady has transformed it into something bright and colourful for
Tanis, just to stop you for a moment, was the idea that you pulled your wedding dress out of the wardrobe and transform it?
Yes,
but
give it to me.
It applies to all sorts of dresses now. It doesn't.
No. It's still wedding dresses. So all these dresses that you see in front of you were all originally white.
Right.
So you can see, if you look here, this one that you can see with the flowers going down it, that was
Yeah.
completely white. And as I reckon 60 people have worked on that dress.
Absolutely, and
One
they've done a
behind
fabulous job. Now, listen, when it comes to raising money for charity, there are various things you have to do to get people's attention. So, what happens in the new year? Where will we see these dresses? How can people donate to charity?
So I have on my website, I have a website which is Tannis's Transformation, the Mayor's New Clothes. So Tannis's TANYS Transformations. We have a website and an Instagram. And also Facebook. So the whole thing is, so it's amazing. You just need to look it up. But we have a catwalk in January. We've just had all the models here to try it on. So the catwalk's on the 13th of January in the town hall, followed by quiz night here in Wells for Valentine's Day. That's on the 9th of February. We've got a gala dinner on the 13th of April, which is going to be Day of the Dead, sort of James Bond masked ball. It's going to be amazing. And then we've got the finale, if you like, which is going to be a large catwalk on the 11th of July in the cathedral in Wells. And there's going to be children dancing, there's going to be adults dancing, there's going to be music, there's going to be a catwalk. It's going to be spectacular.
Okay, and in the
and we're having exhibitions as well. There's going to be exhibitions in the museum in Wells, in the cathedral, and Bishop's Palace, and in Wookey Hole, and in Charlton House.
If people check out your website, they will see there how they can make a donation. Or I think, isn't there a silent auction that people can actually...
There is, and also businesses can sponsor. And so there are QR codes on the website where people can go and go, yes, please, I'd love to help. I'd like to either just donate, so that's just a small amount for Just Giving, and we also have a sponsorship page that people could sponsor. I mean, there's a blue dress here behind me that the lady who actually made it sponsored has given £500 towards the appeal. And so I've got about £4,000, but it soon will. What I'd ideally like is £500 a dress, and then anything over above that we raise as the auction or for Just Giving, then that is over and above. So if we had £500 each and we have 70 dresses, that would be incredible, and I would feel very happy. I mean, we've got the most incredible dresses, like the Queen of Hearts. We're going to have the whole of Alice in Wonderland. We've got Alice, and we've got the Cheshire Cat, and we've got the White Rabbit.
Tannis,
sorry,
Mr. Mayor, how are you fitting in your mayoral duties around all of this?
My mayoral duties, this is done through the night. Literally, I have been to Dairy House, which is on the outskirts of Wells, where they look after people who have been homeless. So I've been out there to talk to them today. I've had the ambassadors from Wells. The ambassadors of Wells, you could not wish for a most amazing group of people. We've had the WIs. We've got 2 WIs in Wells, which have done 2 dresses. We've done, honestly, everybody has just soup, which is independent. They've given me over £100. The Rotary Club have given me £250. It's just, these dresses are for dementia, they're for yoga, they're for all sorts of things. Children who have been at dance school here, I've given them a dress and they've coloured it in. It's amazing. People have just thrown themselves into it, to the point where I'm like, oh my goodness, I'm building myself a nest in the parlour. And very kindly, Kitty Banks, which is a cafe in Wells, has said you can put some of the dresses in there, and we will have them so people can see them, and we would love to see them. But the whole thing is just amazing. I would really, really like to have Cruella de Vil as well, and lots of wedding dresses, from big girls down to little girls with black splodges on them, all chasing after her like Dalmatians. There is a whole plethora of craziness going on here, but there is and absolutely. So, for example, the pink dress that I have over here, like so many people, we appear on the outside to be okay and we're fine. But in fact, we've got, maybe people have had bulimia, maybe they've been self-harming. And when you actually lift up the petticoat of the skirt, there is lips on there with zips. You know, we are not always perfect. There's another dress over there which represents, it's called scaffolding, and it's about how we rebuild our lives. And maybe people have had problems within their marriages and they've built the way. So a lot of these dresses, some of them haven't, but some of them have got big stories behind them, why people have made them.
Tanis, it's a fabulous idea. And just to repeat again, for people who've not been involved, who would like to get involved, to either colour a dress or give some money, the best thing to do is check out your
or give a dress.
Yeah, or even just give a dress that somebody else can colour.
Heads Up have done one with over 600 flowers, which represent the amount of people who have died this year just in Somerset from suicide. You know, some of these stories, they're big. They're not just the Christmas dress. But, you know, once again, the Christmas dress, it's, you know, not everybody's happy at Christmas. Yeah. So ultimately, we have a dress for everybody, you know,
and
it's wonderful.
It's a fabulous idea, and one I think that maybe should be taken up in other places around this earth that we inhabit.
Well, we all have, a lot of people have got wedding dresses that have just sat in the attic. The thing with Kirsty was that she's a fantastic seamstress and I haven't got those skills. I'm very good at designing. You know, I'll stand there with a spray can and spray the dress, or I'll dye it in a vat of dye. But I've tried to keep the dresses as dress-like wedding dress, but then coloured as possible. You know, you can see the dresses.
You've got a very busy spring coming up. What are you doing over Christmas?
Wells is a very special place at Christmas. It's not, as you say, there are a lot of people who are sad at Christmas, but it's one day, and we just have to know that next year brings a great deal of love and a great deal of happiness, and we can work together. And that's what I've been trying to do here. It's the working together as a community. So, you know, the WIs have worked together, the Rotary Club have come in and helped. People have been sitting. We've had a so-and-so round my table where I've had the idea and I said, oh, I just need this sewing onto this dress. And, you know, some of those ladies are in their 80s. The models that we had yesterday, some of the ladies were in their 80s, some of the ladies were in their, and we had to their 20s. I wouldn't even mind if men wanted to come and do drag, if they want to make their own drag dress. We just need an extravaganza of fun and enjoyment work together.
Tanis, it's great to speak to you again. And I'm going to top and tail this, as they say in the trade, and get it out there to see if we can get you a few more dresses for your...
Yeah, and celebrity dresses, please. Can we have some of you beautiful celebrities and all these gorgeous people as well? See if we can get people, a celebrity to donate their wedding dress, and I would put it together.
Well, and you should be approaching ITV and the local BBC, and you've got people like Stella McCartney living down in Bruton.
We do. And also, you know, the whole thing came from Blake Lively when she threw out her original dress to find she went from a copper dress to a turquoise dress.
I don't know what...
With a lot of influence here. You don't know what I'm talking about. You need to look up. You need to look up the Met Gala, Blake Lively. Okay. And she arrived at the Statue of Liberty as copper, which was 1858 or something, I don't know. And then she, in her bustle, she had this enormous another dress that she threw out, which was turquoise, which is the oxidized as it is now. Statue of Liberty.
Yes. Oh,
that's how it all became. It was. Yes. I was wanting to make wedding dresses into ball gowns which were fit for a red carpet. And I would love to have celebrities come and see what we're doing so they could wear them on the red carpet. We've got some absolutely staggering dresses here. You know, we've got amazing people who have made them. And if there's one thing that, like, please just help. Anybody who wants to help, we're there. We're credible and we work together. for the greater good, a bit like Hot Fuzz.
Yeah, now listen, you make sure at some point you go home, put your feet up and have a cup of hot chocolate. Can I wish you the compliments of the season and say how lovely it is to see you again?
Well, make sure you call me again. Keep
I
in touch
will.
with what we're going on.
I will.
Definitely.
Tanis,
It's mad.
thank
Mad,
you very
but
much.
lovely, beautiful mad. Bye.